How is everybody doing today? And in this video, we are going to be talking about the main attraction of version 2.2, which is going to be Robin and her being a Harmony character. And of course, today's video is going to be the things that you should consider before we start summoning on Robin or considering grabbing her on the account, because we got to talk about the banners that surround her and also her overall kit. But if we were just talking about her overall kit, yeah, she's quite literally super duper, and I mean super duper strong. And let's go ahead and start talking about Robin and what she can do. And with Robin, we saw through the stream that she's able to boost all allies damage, which is something very close to what Ruan-Mei is able to do, and looks like she's going to be a competitor for Ruan-Mei when it comes to is she going to be as strong. And by far, Robin does have a lot of aspects to her kit that actually allow her to compete against Ruan-Mei, because she actually allows the whole team to get advanced forwarded when her ult is cast. So this is something very brand new to the world of Star Rail, with a whole team being advanced forwarded by 100% and not just one character. We've had Sparkle, we've had Bronya, and now we have Robin being able to do so. And not only that, remember when we had Ruan-Mei being able to do damage with Break? Now Robin's able to do damage. When allies do their own attacks, she's going to be doing a side attack with them, which is going to allow her to do her own DPS. So now we have the whole trifecta, or I guess you could say the quadrecta. I don't know what you want to say, with the DPS, a support doing damage now, and we also have sustains doing damage. What more are we looking at, and what crazy characters will be coming in the future when Robin comes? But all we know as of right now is the skill can give a damage boost to the whole team, and same with the ultimate, with also being able to advance everyone forward and also able to give some side attacks in as well while your ultimate is up. She cannot be CC'd as well when it comes to her being in her ultimate, and not only that, she does gain energy when allies end up taking action. So this is all really cool stuff and really nice things for Robin to be a support. She is definitely going to be a very strong character for sure in the Harmony path, of course, taking the next reign of being one of the best support characters alongside someone like Sparkle, alongside someone like Ruan-Mei, and of course having her own spot being Robin in the top 3 of the Harmony characters. So overall, really good things, of course, with Robin being a character and what she's able to provide as far as we know with the stream and what she can do. And looking at how Sparkle works, looking at how Ruan-Mei works, and looking how Robin works, it looks like these three are going to be the big 3 of the support class, and this is going to be a definite look at what you have in your account when it comes to do you need Robin or not. I do expect characters to synergize with Robin very well, and then other characters like Ruan-Mei to have her own niche teams to like her as well as a support, while Sparkle likes her own niche teams, and this is going to allow for evenly split teams to like a certain support one more than the other, with maybe something like Kafka and Black Xuan liking Ruan-Mei more because that deals with breaks, toughness, break efficiency. And we also have Robin with being advanced for all allies, with being able to give the damage boost, with being able to hit alongside allies. Maybe she might like follow-up characters. And then Sparkle is up there as well with the more hyper carry centric type of support. We are looking at a very strong lineup of supports at the current moment. But of course, one thing before we look at every other banner around Robin, when should you not summon for her really quickly just to get that over? And especially for a lot of free-to-play players and a lot of low spenders, for y'all that can't summon on every character, if you already have Bronya, if you already have Tingyun, if you already have Ruan-Mei and Sparkle, because I know a lot of people were saving for those type of characters because of how good they were, you know, how all that type of stuff when it came to everybody harping about how great they were. If you have all these characters, you can definitely make way without having to summoning for Robin specifically, just because realistically you already have the units that you need for your 2 teams of MOC. You have the characters that you need for Pure Fiction, you have the characters that you need for all these other modes. You don't really need another support character to add onto the roster just for another one to take the bench. Now, if you really like Robin, 100% the things that she's able to provide are going to help out specific teams, and if you do like the character that she is going to synergize very well with, then you can go ahead and go for her. But go ahead and talking about all the external banners that are going to affect her value. Of course, talking about what we have at the current moment, which is the main character that would be somewhere around the realm of people wanting him a very good amount, which is going to be Aventurine. And Aventurine has been a really good support and by far one of the S+ tier supports for sure when it comes to being a sustain, just because of all that he's able to provide with being able to give buffs for the crit damage dealt, with being able to give a debuff depending if you have the signature light cone or if you just use his ultimate. He's able to provide a debuff for someone like Ratio, for somebody like Acheron, and he's able to give a basically modern day Luocha kit with being able to have infinite shields and making it so that your team doesn't have to worry about getting hit, because he's always going to reapply non-stop with his damaging follow-up, which gives us a shield. So this is a very good character for people that don't have a sustain or don't have their first premium sustain, because they're just overall a really nice character with an all-around kit that can help a multitude amount of teams. Specifically, if you like follow-up characters, this is definitely going to be a sustain you want to look out for, just because he is going to be introducing a lot more mechanics into it, because he is going to be allowing characters like Topaz and Numby to be able to get more actions in with his follow-up attacks. Someone like Ratio with being able to proc his ultimate with his own follow-up attack. There's a lot of really cool stuff that comes with having Aventurine on the account. So if you haven't already looked for a sustain, a premium one at that, and you like the follow-up attack team, then Aventurine is definitely going to be your guy. Now, looking at the next thing that we are going to talk about is actually the reruns coming around Robin's time, and Robin is going to be having Topaz and Numby as a rerun, which a lot of people are looking forward to when it comes to the follow-up attack team, especially if you're a fan of Dr. Ratio, because Topaz and Numby are going to be by far one of the best partners for the follow-up attack team. That way, if you have not only Ratio and Topaz, you also have Aventurine, who just came out, and now Robin, someone who can advance forward the whole team. That's pretty strong for a follow-up attack team when you think about it, because that allows more characters to, you know, throw in their chalk, throw in their pig, and throw in their follow-ups with their chips, and allow Numby to take way more actions, allow for more damage to come through. A lot of really cool stuff that could come with, and especially because we have a Shui rerun as well, which I'm super excited for. This is going to be very exciting for sure when it comes to the reruns that we have at the current moment. So yes, Topaz and Numby are going to be coming out, and they are going to be, of course, the best partners for the follow-up team. And this is a very future-proof investment character, because as more follow-up attack characters come out, she's able to give you the buff that you need or the debuff that you need to be able to increase follow-up attack damage. And of course, looking at her first Eidolon and also her light cone, which a lot of people are also gunning for with their rerun, this is definitely something to look forward to, because that does increase the amount of capability that she's able to give, with being able to give more crit damage for not only her follow-up attacks, but also for her to be able to buff it out with your teammates as well, with them getting more crit damage as well. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that come with Topaz and Numby and their rerun, with looking for their light cone, looking for their first Eidolon, or picking them up for the first time. Because if you like Dr. Ratio and Aventurine, you're definitely going to like Topaz and Numby on that team, because it's going to allow each other to synergize off each other with multiple Numby actions, with everybody throwing out follow-up attacks on the character that has proof of debt. So a lot of really cool stuff coming with Topaz and Numby getting their first eventual rerun. Now, talking about the next set of characters, this is where it gets super hard, of course. As we may know, with Boothill coming out as a hunt character, which honestly is a very shaky road. He does have some really cool stuff that was mentioned in the stream, with him being able to implant physical with his ultimate and his technique, with him being able to work off of break effect in a way, because you are breaking enemies, which they mentioned as a part of his kit. So that is something we can kind of apply from his kit as well. Looking at what he has in the website as well, with being able to trigger the dual stance and give you the ability to get buffs when you end up implanting physical weakness and also breaking enemies. There's a bunch of really cool things that come with Boothill, and I can't wait till we learn more about this character. And then, of course, the main character of that half of the patch, which a lot of people are going to look forward to, and the only character that possibly has enough notoriety to be able to go against Robin and being as high of a value, is definitely going to be Xuan, someone that everyone knows is at the top of the list for sustain reasons, because she's able to give CC prevention, because she gives crit rate, because she's able to do damage mitigation and redirection. There's a lot of stuff that comes with Xuan, and there's a multitude amount of characters that are able to 100% take use of what she's able to provide, and there's not many characters that can't really use all that she gives besides characters with Dot. So this is very interesting to see that Xuan is coming. If you are fresh coming into the game, there are definitely some characters that are really going to help out your account, specifically Robin and specifically Xuan for sure. If you're still looking for your first premium sustain, Xuan is definitely going to be there for you, because she is still by far one of the best sustains at the current moment when it comes to being up there with Aventurine, with all that she's able to provide and as good as sustain as she's able to have. with also Robin being as great as she is for Harmony as well. So realistically, if you already have enough Harmony characters, if you already have Sparkle, you have Ruame, you have Bronya, it might be okay to skip Robin. You don't need multiple Harmony characters because we only need 2 teams to fill out for MOC, for Pure Fiction, and any other mode that comes out in the future. Of course, we have zero idea what we're going to be looking at for the new end game mode that's going to be coming out in version 2.3, alongside with having Firefly and also Jade come out, being both Destruction, which we know is a powerhouse path, and also Erudition, which is going to help out a lot in AoE situations. We're going to have to see when it comes to looking at Aventurine as being a very great sustain, with having Topaz and Numby be a very great rerun for follow-up type teams. And then having Boothill, we don't know much about him. He has a lot of mystery towards him and what he's able to do. And of course, the fan favorite Xuan when it comes to her being a god tier sustain. And then looking at Firefly, and then looking at Jade. So there's a lot of options around us at the current moment. You have to remember that all these characters in their own way, shape, or form are going to perform in their best possible scenario to be very great characters, whether it be Topaz and Numby, Xuan, Boothill, Aventurine, and then we have Firefly and Jade to worry about. But we'll have to worry about those characters when we get closer. When it comes around Boothill's time, we'll figure out about that as soon as that ends up getting shown to us as information. So I can't wait to learn more about Boothill. Can't wait to learn more about Robin. We will have videos talking about both these characters eventually as well. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Let me know who you are going to be summoning on and who are you most excited for when it comes to these reruns of Topaz and Numby and Xuan, Firefly and Jade coming out in the future, and of course Aventurine still being here if you're still trying to make your decision. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Let me know what y'all excited for. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all in the next one, and peace.